Hey, good morning. We're at the very beginning of the Red Mountain mining area. One of the things I wanted to do here was get to see some old mines, ghost towns, things of that nature. And this is going to be a relatively easy trail, but it's going to be a beautiful trail with a lot of those things mixed in it as well. Lori is my navigator, so she is doing the efficient thing and writing some things down on paper for us to look at. And by the way, we kind of got lost leaving Ouray this morning. Not lost, we just missed the turn. It's very easy to miss the turn coming into County Road 31, which is about 12 miles outside of Ouray, Colorado. But let me spin you around to give you a little taste of what it is we're about to do. I'm assuming that's a red mountain right there, hence the name. So here we go, y'all. Red Mountain mining area. Let's get after it. Got to let the windshield down though first. I'm gonna talk a little loud because it's a beautiful stream right below us. This is called Ouray Mine. Ouray Mine. And it was about, I don't know, maybe a mile into the Red Mountain loop that we're on. And a beautiful old mining facility. You can tell a lot of excavation was done here for sure. But it hadn't been in operation for a while. But nestled against beautiful scenery here on the Red Mountain Loop. This is another view of the Ouray mine from the top side of it. On a road that's exposing the top side of the mine. Looks like a little bit more, up here above. And it looks like a feller may have found a good camping spot right there. With some very beautiful scenery out the side of his window. Okay, we're going to double back and get back to the mountain mining road, Red Mountain Mining Road. By the way, that mine is for sale. If anybody wants to buy that mine, it looks like it needs a little repair. But there you go. There's your information if you want to come buy a mine in Colorado. So y'all, I've got to explain our old school navigation because we are old school here. The book that we have shows mileage readings and you're supposed to, trip your odometer. We don't have a trip odometer because this is a 1973 Jeep CJ5. So Lori has been going through the book and calculating this based on our actual odometer here. And we're also having to keep in mind that the tires are a little bit larger and we're going a little bit further, so we're having to calculate for that as well. So there is some high-tech redneck skills going on here. And Dr. Smith is in charge.
Yeah. Pardon my handwriting. I scribbled it.
Well, you're in a Jeep
quickly.
and you're going down rocky roads.
That's right.
That's completely understandable. But I had to let you get a peek of our old school navigation here. Okay, this is Yankee Girl Mine. And beautiful, beautiful old mine. I don't know much about it, but I see that there's a sign. Let's go read it together. It says this mine was one of the great silver and gold producers within the Red Mountain Mining District. Unlike most mines in the San Juans, this was a vertical shaft mine with a hoist house that housed the equipment used to lower the miners and raise ore. Wow. So this mine must have gone straight down. Hey, check your boards before you trench off in there. Yeah, you can tell it's starting to go down over here. Oh, that doesn't look sketchy at all. Okay.
Watch that board.
Watch that board. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, that mine goes straight down. Wow. You had to be tough as nails to be a part of something like that. And you kind of sort of had to trust this janky equipment right here too, I'm sure, to get your tail back out of the hole. And look, tower. I need to watch what I'm doing before I fall off in a hole. I guess that tower, maybe there's a winch above, and this is the carriage that went down that brought folks up out of the mine. Man, that is just so cool. So cool. And I see this pipe running down into the mine. I wonder if it carried water or might have supplied air. Who knows? Wow. So maybe I should have read this before I started videoing. Remember, the mine head frames are dangerous and fragile structures. Be careful as you look around. Probably don't need to be distracted with the camera right in front of my face. But we're alive. We're good. We're good. It's amazing how tall that is. So, dirt, minerals come out of the ground, and it looks like those minerals ended up over here. All of the stuff that was mined, so you can see the different mountains basically that were created as a result of all the dirt that came out of the ground. But you know, I might do a little hard labor work if I knew I could come out and see this beautiful scenery every day. Man. By the way, that's the $1 Million Highway. That's Highway 550 that we came in on. And it's a beautiful drive. We could actually see this mine from the highway when we came in. So the industrial technologist in me has, I guess, thought about something. Might have mentioned that cable coming down and the winch sitting over there. Actually, we parked our Jeep over here in the shade, and there is a structure here that looks like might have had a heavy-duty winch attached to it. And there's cable in the ground. And there's pieces to what looks like a winch over here. So I'll bet you that winch that pulled the guys up out of the mine sat here, and that cable went directly in the top of that mine there. Of course, that tree wasn't there at the time. So yeah, this was a big operation. Had a lot of cable going down in that mine from here. I may be wrong, but that's my observation. structure that might have been part of Yankee Girl mine. It's right above the hill up from it, but very unique. Genesee mine, and we're not going to get out because if I zoom in, do you see that no trespassing sign? Yeah, I want to honor that. I certainly don't want to be trespassing, getting off the road, but I also see a bunch of nails sticking up out of boards, and I bet a rusty nail from this old mine would certainly have tetanus all over it, no doubt about that. But very unique, very well, I guess you could say in state of disrepair. Beautiful old mine though. And there again is that structure. I don't know if that was part of Yankee Girl, or if I'm now thinking it might have been part of Genesee mine up here. Might have been some kind of cable system that connected these. But you can, well, I don't know if you can tell, but right there's a rail. You see the rail cars coming out? So I bet you that one had a rail system to it that had cars. Yeah. I really want to get out and explore, but you know what? I want to honor that no trespassing. If it were my property, I wouldn't want somebody doing that. So there you go. Genesee mine. Let's keep moving forward. I wonder if that house is for sale. We could live here. think this is what's called Bell Mine. We saw a tower about 0.2 miles back, and I think that was on the map. It might, you know, I see a big old pulley up there, Lori. That might have been some kind of cable that went back to where we were. I don't know, but it's facing the right direction. But regardless, it's an old mine. Pretty nice looking structure up there on the hill. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. That's pretty cool. But this mine is in more of a, looks like more of a valley. Kind of in between some mountains. Lots of nice green grass, beautiful wildflowers. And we're coming from that direction and we're heading that direction. I think going through some switchbacks. There's a mine shaft coming out of the ground. Just past Bell Mine. Okay, y'all. I don't know if you can see the deer or not. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. There he is. Pretty deer. Yeah, she's watching us. Want to see what move we're gonna make. But look at the beautiful light tan. It's a lot different than our deer back home. She's watching us intently. Now, deer back home would have run off already. No. There's probably a lot of expanse out here that deer can roam around. And some probably never will see, you know, in most of their life. So pretty. So pretty. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll be the one to make a move. Yeah. Let me put my camera up. Unless you want to tape, Lori. Here, you hold. I don't know if you can keep it focused on her and see what she does or not. Here we go. Okay, this is Longfellow Mine, or if you're from Mississippi, it's Longfeller Mine. Don't see any no trespassing signs here, so let's go explore. This one seems to be a little more complete than some of the others. It may be another one of those vertical mine shafts. It does look like I need to be careful around here. Wow. Man, what a breeze coming through here. Good night. It's a funnel of air, and yes, it's another one of those vertical mines. That looks like the shaft right there. Whew. We are high in altitude.
Yeah.
That little track up here got me winded. This must be a place where maybe people put their work stuff. Yeah, little cubbies, cubby holes, like we had in elementary school. Let's go out and look at the mechanics again. See if we can make sense of any of this. Okay. So it is a piston type scenario. Can we see a crankshaft down in here? Yep. There's a piston. There is, I guess, what you would call the crankshaft. So I'm guessing this is a steam apparatus. And it's got two pistons, one there, one here, operating this big belt wheel that of course it produced the power for the mill, or for the mine. I'm assuming maybe this was spare steam tank because the tubes are coming out of that. I'm just curious as to what the big wheel, and maybe it was a winch. Maybe there's pieces I'm missing. It looks like a water reservoir tank, but the steam was also being piped into here. Got to watch my step, y'all. Okay, being piped in there, but look, there's a rail car tracks. So I'm assuming that was the mine that went down. There's even a step ladder there. And probably stuff was pulled up from that side over there, because there's a tower that probably held a cable winch like we've seen in the other one. And then the minerals were put on a rail car here and carted out. Here's the other side of that big engine, so to speak. Is that a steam manifold? Yeah. Pipes going down that direction. Somehow steam had to be generated, and I haven't seen that part. There's got to be a way to fire it up. I think that's a reserve tank. I think we're missing a component. Yeah, something went in right there. Okay, y'all, let me rebuttal everything I said before. I'm putting the pieces together and it's making a little more sense now. I think this was actually an electric motor. So this is the base of the electric motor. This is the windings that was inside. This is the pulley that had a lot of belts on it that ran on that big long flat. Yeah, here you go. You can see where the belts actually ran on this pulley. So this was an electric motor that ran that allowed the pistons to pressurize water. I guess I'm assuming that's what it did. Pressurized water. This piston pump. This might have been a pressure relief valve, letting extra water out and going down the hill. When it got to the point it was pressurized. So I don't think this was steam. I'm now convinced this was more of a water reserve tank, and this was a piston pump that pressurized the water to operate the mine. So there you go. There's my rebuttal to what I said earlier. How long has it been since you've seen a Yugo? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's a Yugo. It's got a little rust in it. It might need a little Holy Rust revival. That is a Yugo, right? No, it's a Ford Festiva. So it was a kind of a competition to the Yugo, you know, back in the day. But again, I haven't seen a Ford Festiva in a long time. She's pretty. She is pretty. Hey y'all, it's actually the next day, but I felt like I needed to break in here and interject something about this little next segment of the video. So remember, this is a 1973 Jeep CJ5. Those come with a Dana 20 transfer case in them. Great, compact, strong little transfer cases that came in those Jeeps, especially this one behind that V8. It holds up very well. But there's one little bit of negativity about those transfer cases, and that's the rickety shifters that they have on them. See, the earlier Dana 18, T18, Dana 18, it came with twin sticks, and you could actually put it in four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, in low and high. So there was no question about whether or not you were in four-wheel drive. But the Dana 20 is a little trickier. It's got one lever, and in a typical general four-wheel drive, you've got 4 high, 2 high, neutral, and 4 low. Okay. Now, what I'm about to tell you might be a little controversial to some, because there's a lot of ideas out there that Dana 20s never came with 2 low, but I'll testify that they do. They have. Some particular ones have. I had a 75 CJ5 one time that actually on the knob, it had 2 low. Well, let me start from the bottom. 4 low, 2 low, neutral, 2 high, and 4 high. Okay, it was actually on the knob itself. And I know, even though the knob is missing on this Jeep, that it's got that 2 low detent in it. And some will argue that it's just my shifter that's worn out, or the internals of the transfer case is worn out, thus it's popping out of 4 low. That's not the case in this transfer case. This Jeep only has 50,000 original miles on it, and I've been through every part of that transfer case, including the shifter linkage, before I left. I even saw the internals of that transfer case. It is not worn out. And so yesterday, the shifter boot actually popped us out of 4 low into 2 low. And I thought I was in four-wheel drive trying to do that snowbank, and I was miffed as to why. And I even asked Lori if that front tire was spinning, and in her defense, of course she said it was. In her defense, it was spinning, it just wasn't pulling. My spotter just didn't recognize exactly what I was asking, and I was not clear in what I was asking. So I hit that thing at least, I don't know, 6 times in two-wheel drive, and honestly, I'm surprised I made it as far as I did. And if you can tell from the video that's coming up, I mean, it's an incline like this, and we're hitting a snowbank, and I've got open differentials, and a two-wheel drive Jeep made it, basically the front tires made it past the snow patch at the very last attempt, until I figured out I was just in two-wheel drive. So anyway, I thought I needed to interject this video to clarify some things. So yeah, here we go.
I'd rather walk this while you get up it. Huh? Where?
Okay, y'all, this may be our last mine on the Red Mountain tour. And that's too far up there. Y'all, I'm not walking up there. I'm getting winded in this high altitude. This country boy from Mississippi is struggling. So anyway, there it is. There's Brooklyn Mine. Let me give you a little pano down here on this spot. I know you may think it looks pretty on video, but there's nothing like this live. Man, oh man. So I think we just have about a mile left. Maybe not even that far on this trail to get back out on 550, and we're gonna make a trek down to Silverton and have lunch. But one more thing before I leave this. Look at this big open spot right here. 2 campfire spots right there. I may claim this for the future. Get me a little off-road rig. Depends on the road going down. But certainly a fella could bring a tent up here without any issues whatsoever. But he might could also finish his M416 trailer and have him an overland camping situation where he can camp and, you know, get off-road too. Okay, now that our nerves are a little bit calm after that snow trek, we're gonna head on down and see if we can put something in our bellies.
The mining town Ironton, founded in 1883. Over 100 buildings were constructed here in that year alone. By the mid-1800s, Irontown's population fluctuated from 200 during the winter to almost 1,000 people in the summer. Ironton served as the supply point for the rich silver mines of the Red Mountain Mining District. Had plank sidewalks, saloons, brothels, graded streets, schoolhouse, and 2 churches. In that year, the United States Congress passed the Sherman Silver Purchase Act that required the government to buy 4.5 million ounces of silver per month, the total output of the western silver mines.
So I wanted to see a ghost town. That was one of my goals. Here we go. Irontown town site. I wonder what this building was. I don't know. It looks like the same thing that was just written.
Residential area.
Yeah. I'm guessing church. Could it have been, or?
It's one of 3 remaining 2-story houses.
2-story house. Okay. Let's see. What's up in here? Should I knock? Okay. Okay. I'll let you go in first. The camera's picking it up pretty good. It's like a little living room with a bay window. I would say so. Maybe that's an old cupboard. I don't know about this. It's shaking a little bit. How about you just hold on a second? Okay. Okay. Something smells a little funny up here. Smells like a little devil's grass. This house might have actually had closets in it. Yeah, this room's got 2 closets. Okay, I'm not feeling real secure up here. I'm gonna let you get about halfway down. Things are shaking a bit much for me. Okay, that was a nice visit. Still in relatively good shape outside. Yeah. All right, let's see what's over there. This one is leaning a little much for our taste to go inside, but we'll look at the windows. It does have another staircase. And I can guarantee you there's some youngins that go up there. But this one has that smell too. We're gonna not go in there. Looks like there was an outbuilding. Probably even a smokehouse or something. Okay, let's see what's down there. I don't believe we'll be going in this one either. I think she's done. She is done. But it's a good camping spot. Folks have been camping here. It was a nice building back in the day. I think you're right. Lori said a barn. I don't think it's ever had a floor in it. It doesn't look like. So these were more of the outbuildings, barns. This looks like some of my tractor sheds. Oh, it is a log cabin. This might have been the manor, the house. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at the old chinking in there. That's actual mud chinking. All right, you're not finding anybody at home, are you? Yeah, yeah. Still tongue and groove hardwood flooring here. Mm-hmm. Let's see, I could live like this. That's all I need. Well, maybe. Spruced up a little bit. Okay. I believe the log cabin was added on to. The original part was, well, this is log all the way. This end was just throwing me off a little bit. That's cool. Need a repairman around here. Okay, Irontown. Over and out. He's a friendly little chap. No, he's a friendly little guy. I don't know, but he looks like he wants to jump off on my face. I'm not gonna get any closer. That's a good shot of him. Yeah, we shouldn't feed the wildlife. Hey, little feller. Hey, where you see an apple tree around here? Hey, little feller. Okay, well, thank you for letting us video you. That was very nice. That was sweet of you. I was hoping you'd run out. There we go. There he goes. Okay. So thank you for watching this episode of A Holy Rust Revival. That was day 2 of taking the old rusty Jeep out. And by the way, I think it's come up with its name, Rusty. Lori affectionately named it Rusty yesterday. And I don't think it's because of the rust that it has in it, it's because of the color of it. So, Rusty, Holy Rust Revival, hey, I think the old Jeep got named on this trip, Old Rusty. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, I guess this might have been one of my little bucket list items, was to see gold mines, old abandoned gold mines, as well as a ghost town. So thank you for following along. We're about to encounter on day 3, and got to go inspect the Jeep a little bit, pull a few plugs, make sure she's okay. And we're going to knock day 3 out on some more trails and have a good time leading into our trip home. All right, y'all. God bless.